Never been more grateful for the sun. It's in huge contrast to what we're going through. I feel very lucky. We've come onto a... Are you? Can you see all the wooden enemies? Careful, you've squished them in here. Let me show the camera.
I almost got up there.
Did you?
Yeah.
So these are the sign of a very old wood. You can't fake it. They're either here or they aren't. And there's the beech trees. Amazing. It's so quiet. Eddie is sticking quite close by Idris, having a wee. Can you see the garlic? This is all edible, people. This is what we're going to live on after the apocalypse has happened. I shouldn't joke really, but I guess to the point where you kind of have to joke a little bit. Okay, these are the cool steps. It just likes doing these steps because all the garlic grows up, doesn't it, love? So he likes doing these. And yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. One of my favourite trees. Yes?
Really big leg muscles.
Yes, you are going to have very big leg muscles. Very true. Hi, so I'm Charlotte and this is Tired Mama Tries to Read, and I'm in the polytunnel as you can see, and I don't really know what to say, if I'm completely honest. It's a really hard time, and I've thought a lot about whether I should make a video, what should be in it. On one level, I'm not reading, so that sort of answers that question for me quite well. I've managed to sort of dip into Eddie Izzard, which has been really good because he's a British comedian. He's absolutely hilarious, and I kind of like reading something. I mean, everything is pre-corona, but I'm enjoying being totally of a time that is pre-corona. We're in the 80s at the minute, and yeah, very much escapism, but I can't read for very long. I'm not driven to read. I don't know what I'm driven to do. It's quite busy in my house because Idris is off school, so we're trying, although we're not doing very well, we're trying to do school. And the other job that is our main job is that Stephen and I are carers for a gentleman who lives with us, which I don't think I've ever mentioned on the channel before, but you know, it's just a job that we do. But the gentleman that lives with us, he lives with us all year round. He has done for the last 3 years, but he has lots of clubs that he likes to go to, and you know, he likes to go shopping by himself. He's quite independent, and he can't do any of those things. And it's been really difficult for him because he's quite a vulnerable person, and we're there to support him, but supporting him through this is just something you can't prepare for. You know, sort of trying to explain why, you know, it's dangerous to go to town, or why his clubs are closed and when will they open, and it's like months, you know, he can't comprehend that, and it's difficult for us to say. And you know, our house is not the biggest, although we are very, very lucky, so having all of us in the house all the time is quite a lot. So we're doing okay though. Idris is, you know, he's not clueless about corona. He actually talked about coronavirus, as he called it this morning. So he's listening, and we've got to be careful what we say in front of him. We've told him that we need to be careful because we don't want to give it to his grandparents. We've said that we would be okay, which, you know, obviously we don't actually know, but we don't want him to be frightened. So we've said, you know, we've called it the virus, but he has already picked up that it's called coronavirus. It's my birthday today, so we've had cake, and we'll probably put some music on in the garden later and maybe try and have like a tiny party, and that'll be for them as much as it is for me and Stephen. So we're doing okay, and we're doing so much better than a lot of people, so we can't complain. But I just think the underlying feeling of fear is there for everybody, and I don't know how to make a video that doesn't look like I'm being flippant. Some people are doing awesome videos that are just totally what everybody needs. They've been shouted out quite a lot, I think, this week, but Sian and Bert of Story Time are just doing the best videos where they're still talking about it, but they're also inviting you into their lives and showing you all the nice comforting things that they're doing from their flat in Cardiff, and it's just lovely. And Bert's been sharing his recipes for tonics, and I made his spring tonic today and it was amazing. So that's a channel that is knocking it out of the park, and I don't think anything I do right now is going to be anything other than like really low energy, and I don't know if you want to see that. So one thing I did dip into the other day is Michael Rosen's Good Ideas. I can't remember, I looked, when I set this up, I looked to see where I had loads of space, and I think it was this side, but maybe maybe it's this side. I think it's this side. So Michael Rosen is a British poet and children's author. He's amazing. He does loads of, you know, he's made a career out of doing workshops and writing books and just making children love words. And he's all about sort of free play and encouragement, and not necessarily following the guidelines on how to teach. And obviously, because Idris is home and he will be at home for a number of months, this is kind of covering maybe older children, but the principles are all the same. How to be your child's and your own best teacher. So it's really good, really easy to read. I'm just dipping into it. I'm only 24 pages in, so I'm not, you know, light years away on this. But Michael Rosen himself has actually got coronavirus. Not to want to tie it in a depressing way. He's not been tested, of course, but because in Britain we're not testing anybody apparently, but he's been extremely ill with what I can only imagine is the virus, and he's still tweeting. He's a really interesting account to follow, and he's just a real source of positivity even amongst all this, so I'm enjoying that. And that's it really. I was gonna do like a little card, because it's I've been using cards, like tarot cards, for a while now. I find they're really comforting in a way of focusing my energy onto something. I know that loads of you will think they're rubbish, and you know, I don't even know how I feel about it myself, but mostly I just think a lot like crystals, they're a really good tool to just focus on what you want, you know. A bit like we all look for these little signs, you know, that you saw an advert for something and it made you think of a certain person and you think it's a sign that you should call them, that kind of thing. So these cards are really cool. They're the Literary Witches cards. They go with the book that is written by Tasia Kitaskaya, or I pronounced that really badly, and illustrated by Katie Haram. And the Literary Witches book is really, really cute, and it kind of follows all the sort of major writers that you can think of. It's got Toni Morrison, it's got Shirley Jackson, I can just see a little image of, and the cards are a little bit gimmicky. They're not the best set of cards ever, in the sense of you've got the authors that come up, and then it's basically their biographies, so it doesn't necessarily tell you how that card's going to apply to you. I'm not shuffling these very well, by the way. And it's also got then all these image cards, which have got 3 keywords with each, and actually I much prefer it when I draw an image card to when I get an author card, because I just feel like I can interpret the picture and the keywords that go with it a little bit easier. So as it's my birthday, I thought I would draw a card. I always, when I'm drawing cards, shuffle and then I cut and then I take the top card. So let's have a look. I got this the other day. That is so weird, because when I tell you what it is, you're going to realise how weird this is. Okay, so I got Braid, which I got about a week ago, and I haven't drawn since, but I did shuffle those really, really well, and I cut. And Braid is survival. And I said, when I drew it, I said to Stephen, God, that is so weird that I got that card because I was feeling really overwhelmed, and then to get the survival card just felt to me like gotta carry on. So to get it again out of a pack of 70, so no, am I convincing you? Awesome. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say. It's not going to be a long video, but I just hope that you're all doing okay. And I've got subscribers from all over the world, and I would be really interested if you've got the energy, if you shared how it's going in your part of the world. Right here in the UK, we've acted reasonably strongly, but too late, although not as late as some countries. So I don't know where we are with the next couple of weeks. The next couple of weeks are when it's really gonna hit the fan. So we're out of a major city. Swansea is not a major city, so it sounds awful, but with any luck we'll be okay. People in London and anybody who's working for the NHS right now, or providing a necessary job like working in retail. I feel so sorry for postmen, delivery drivers, people in warehouses that are still having to work. Do not buy your stuff from Amazon. They are really unclear about their policy. I know people who work there, and they're making a stressful time even worse. They've got no idea what they're doing, and from what I hear, it's a scary time to work for that company. I don't know what other companies are like. Try really hard not to order anything online unless you absolutely need it. And I've messed up on that. I've ordered a couple of things that I just shouldn't have. I didn't need them. Didn't need them right now. I'm in a bit of a quandary right now because I need bird seed, and I know I can get it off Amazon because I've got it off them before, but I just don't want to use them. But I don't know where else to get it in time. I know you think, well, birds aren't necessary, but they're about to make their nests and they really do need it. So I don't know. Ooh, a bumblebee's coming. Oh, I'm gonna have to rescue. Oh, it's gone out, thank God. This is the only problem with the polytunnel, is it's like a death trap for bees, so I'm constantly in here rescuing them. Anyway, okay, I'm jabbering. So let me know how you are, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.